Ebony.
And it's Denise.
And we're back with another video. Before we get into this video, he wants to talk to you too. That's Lucas here. Before we get into what this video is about, I need you guys to follow us on our social media platforms. Olivia has 2 moms on Twitter, but definitely more so Instagram, Team 2 Moms. As you guys can see, our comments are disabled. Every single video, all comments for our channel are disabled, and this is actually something that's going on within the family world, the family vlogging community. We are a family channel. We have kids. We definitely fall into that category if there are concerns with minors and the comments that come in regards to protecting our minors. We've always kept our comments on filtered, where if anything inappropriate goes into a separate box. We don't know if this is indefinite or not. I do know at one point I did try to turn the comments back on, and I was quickly advised that I should turn it back off. Please make sure to follow us on Team 2 Moms for Instagram. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Olivia has 2 moms, but we're more active on Instagram. So what we're gonna do to serve as like the comment section is this picture that is appearing on your screen is on our Instagram feed. It is a picture of our son Jaden. Because this video is about him, that would be the best picture on our Instagram to go under, because we're definitely going to need your help and your advice. So please go under this picture right here and use this as the comment section for this particular video. As always, I feel like we have so many videos where we talk about something that we've kept from you guys as it pertains to our kids. We're very protective of our children and also never want to jump to things, but rather figure it out as a family first before sharing it on our platform. Let's start from the very beginning. So this video is all about Jaden. As you guys know, both boys have a concern with speech. During Jaden's evaluation, there were more concerns in regards to the services that he should get because Jaden had showed several red flags for autism. So the red flags that were parallel to possibly Jaden being on the spectrum for autism was this. 1, they noticed that he wasn't making much eye contact with them. 2, at the time he was walking on his tippy toes. 3, he was not responding to his name. 4, he was not interacting with the evaluators, rather he was in his own corner. I guess to paraphrase it, he was in his own world. The delay with speech can be a possible flag for autism. I think those were the
main reasons, yeah.
The main flags that they saw. So then all
and some repetitive play they saw.
Oh yes, he had some repetitive play. So for example, they gave him a toy car. Instead of going zoom, zoom, zoom with the car, he would flip the car and just have a repetitive play of wanting to spin the wheels of the car. Of course, we were blown away by that being the conclusion after the evaluation, because we're just there to get him speech. We're just concerned about a speech delay, and all of a sudden they are pointing out all these other signs for autism. We were devastated. We were very devastated because you don't want life to be difficult for your kids. So our initial reaction was a state of shock. And I must admit, I was one of those parents that was like, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
We know our son, blah, 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 blah.
And there was a lot of research, Googling, we was like comparing him to other kids and stuff like that.
We were going down a rabbit hole way too fast, and we needed to pump the brakes.
Yeah, come to a realization
and just get to a better space and saying that we have a daughter who has a medical condition that we definitely have powered through and are doing great. You know, we have Lucas who has a heart condition, but it's going away. It's little to none, but it's also a point in our lives where we were devastated and we got through that. this too is another card that is possibly being dealt to us. We will get through this as well. We needed to stop comparing him to other kids. And then the services began. So that's why he automatically qualified for special instruction and for occupational. And so they had to come in and do their own evaluation as well.
After their initial evaluation with the new therapist that we started to meet with, they all like saw some good qualities in Jaden. Maybe he at the time they felt that maybe he was borderline autistic, not fully autistic,
like on the low side of the spectrum.
That's exactly how they worded it. When they came in, he was a different kid. He automatically came up to them, gave them great eye contact, was responding to his name, affectionate. Like this was like a 360, like literally, well, 180. 180. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, it was a different kid from what that initial evaluation said. Basically that he was, you know, he may be autistic, and he's been improving day by day. He has some minor things that like it's still kind of like, you know, questionable, but you know, they said that those are qualities that we can probably fix, right?
Work with.
Well, work with, yes.
One of the things that I think almost every evaluator after the initial one came in and said that we have to understand that when an evaluator comes in, it is a snapshot of your child. It is a moment, that hour of time, and they only see what they see and can only write about what they see for that snapshot in time. So for them, they're seeing a different snapshot in time of seeing a child that doesn't seem to be particularly on the spectrum of autism. They saw more of a concern with maybe sensory, which is why he is getting occupational, but to say he's fully on the spectrum, they were having a very hard time with that.
So of course after that evaluation and them telling him that he might be on the spectrum, they then recommended that we tell the pediatrician, and the pediatrician recommended that we get a developmental pediatrician to evaluate him, and to basically what they do is it's get another snapshot. Basically, they have him do play, they observe him, and then they will, if they do see autism in Jaden, then they'll give him an official diagnosis.
Now, on the flip side, if Jaden is indeed has autism and is on the spectrum, whether high or low, then guess what, guys? We're going to become the biggest advocates
for autism.
For autism, especially for children. And if that's something that we have to embrace, we are now past the shock. We are now past a little bit of the devastation. And now we're just on this, what we got to do to help him, what we got to do to get him on the right path, to get him learning more, to getting him to learn his milestones. But like they said, it doesn't matter whether he has a diagnosis or not. They're here to help him and provide him with services. And we couldn't be more grateful for the people that come into our home and help us with both of our kids. And we're just so blessed and lucky to have these free services. I realize is A, you know, we can get through anything. B, the world is not coming to an end. This is not the worst thing at all, by means it's not. It doesn't change. Jaden is an amazing kid, regardless. He is all of our kids are amazing. I do want to point out, because you guys, I don't want you guys to think like, oh my gosh, all your kids possibly, it's that donor. No, absolutely. This is separate and apart. There is autism in your family, right?
Is there? Yes, there is.
So with sharing this with you guys, obviously guys, just as parents, we need to focus more on our kids. So we are gonna slow down with the uploads on the channel, probably to 1 to 2 videos a week. either on Wednesdays and or Fridays. So Mondays have been eliminated for now. So yeah, we're gonna slow down just to be more in tune with our kids.
More present, yeah.
Be very more present with our kids and kind of slow down with YouTube. Right now, we need to prioritize things in our life, and number one up there is our
kids,
children.
yeah.
Unfortunately, social media is kind of like, and anything on social media is kind of like right here for right now.
And
so
that's great that we're doing that, because I feel like a lot of people, you should just put your health first, your children's health first, and then take it from there.
Gotta make sure our cups are full before we can pour into you guys' cups. So,
Yep.
and I learned that from a very wise lady that I met. Again, go into our Instagram to that picture. Give us some advice. What are some things you just give us some positive
And I'm
reinforcement?
sure there's parents of autistic kids that may watch us, and I'm interested in learning your perspective and things as well. So.
Life, how things are going,
Yeah.
and so forth. Just learning different things. Please, 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 please go onto our Instagram and comment. This is definitely a video where I wish the comments were enabled so that we can get your feedback. So please take that extra step and go to our Instagram under Jaden's photo.
But thank you guys for watching. We always love your support, your comments. Well, we can't read those comments, but we'll read them in the Instagram. And like always, you guys, thank you for watching. It is
Team 2 Moms. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
That's Lucas's favorite part.
He wants to do that.
He's learning how to do that now.
Peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
No.